We're brought to you by Smiles by Dr. Gibson, the official dentist of the Mike North pregame show. Smiles by Dr. Gibson.com. We got into a little discussion about Brandon Marshall, and Brandon Marshall's one of these guys that it was stupid enough during a month that they were promoting breast cancer to go out there with his mental health shoes, his lime-colored shoes, and basically try to make a me, I statement in a month, whether you like the fact that it's long or not. The breast cancer thing. I think he would have been better served to do that a month later where it sticks out, but he wanted to do it on a national audience. But the point is, every time he gets into trouble, if he does, and he hasn't been in trouble, so God bless him, or opens his mouth, he's borderline. He's got this borderline bipolar stuff. Borderline. He has not been diagnosed with the full-blown bipolar thing.
That's not what it means. Borderline personality. According
Go on, Dr. Torf.
I read it. It's a serious psychiatric issue. That's what it is.
Issue. It can be a serious
according to WebMD.
It can be an issue, but it's not an illness yet because
borderline
he's borderline.
Personality disorder is a serious mental illness. That's what it says.
Then how could the guy play and work and do what he's doing if you're mentally
He's very
deficient?
athletic.
See,
you can get over things. You can get over the illness if you're very athletic. Can't you?
How about if it's a bunch of crap?
Wait a minute.
Maybe it is. I don't know the guy. I'm just saying by what he says.
Kurt, you just said you can get over the mental issue if you're physically athletic.
You can't?
If you're athletic.
Listen, me and Dan Levy have no physical ability. If we're mentally ill, we can't go onto a football field. It's Levy.
I will say anybody who steps on the gridiron has to have something mentally in there. That's not right.
I see people every day, sadly, that have real mental issues and no money and everything else. This guy's a trillionaire who runs past patterns, seems to be taking his medication. I will give him this. Hasn't been much of an issue.
No, thankfully.
Hasn't been much of an issue. And when you're really mentally ill, there's an issue every day.
Agreed.
I'm sorry. And the borderline stuff, look, I'm compassionate.
What about a guy like Josh Freeman? Do you think he has an issue?
He had a drug issue.
Do you think, and they're saying other drugs.
Well, no, if you take Ritalin, that's your problem.
But he's taking Ritalin for a reason. He has an issue.
Yeah, but it's against the Players Association.
I understand. So what do you do then?
No, the reason he took it, he didn't take the thing he was supposed to take. He took something different. What's the reason he took Ritalin?
I don't know. He has like ADHD or something like that.
Yeah. Now, I hear Roger Goodell, two things happened to me this week that were wonderful. As a talk show host, they were just wonderful. I have been crying, as you guys know, for 2 years, maybe longer. Well, maybe you didn't know this, but at the London trip, I've been pounding the National Football League to put a stadium in L.A. All of a sudden, I hear Roger Goodell this week, well, we're not forgetting about L.A. either. He's taking heat about the London stuff, saying, wait a minute. You got a number 2 marketer. Don't tell me you can't build a stadium and 70,000 people don't want to come here. But it seems to me he added that as sort of like one of those caveats to get people off his back. London seems to be the destination, but are we looking at a future, guys? Chris, you can go first on this. They're not going to play one game as a free agent. I mean, you're not going to go to London and have only one team out there. Do you see a European league like the World Football League where eventually you have 6 or 5 teams in a division where they would play each other and then they go on 3-week road trips? I mean, the thing to me just seems logistically out of whack.
Yeah, I mean, it is a huge logistical problem, but the World League didn't pan out for them. There's a huge audience in Europe. And so he's trying to capture that. I mean, I actually like the fact that they may have a team out there.
Would you have gone and thought about free agency?
Absolutely.
The 8-hour trip wouldn't have bothered you? Nothing like that?
No, absolutely. Absolutely.
And would you be more, if you're a free agent, would you go more if you know there's going to be 4 or 5 teams in a league, in Amsterdam, Barcelona, and those places?
Right. But unfortunately, I really don't think that's going to happen. Like I said before, the World League didn't turn out. But if I can get one team out there,
wait. Why would you want to play out in London, though? Why would you want to go all the way out there and have that kind of travel? Every week you got to be somewhere else.
I mean, we already do it.
Yeah, but not for that long.
Not
I mean,
that
LA,
long.
It doesn't make a difference. I mean, you put a team in China, guys are going to want to play.